Hello, everyone. I am Magdala Ramirez, and I feel so happy to be with you today. What's going on? What is happening everywhere in the world? What it is happening with all these tribulation times and purification times? And today we're going to be talking about that. Yes, in this very beautiful planet, the four elements needs to go back into balance. There is earthquakes, floods, there is volcanoes, there is, oh my gosh, so many things going on everywhere, things that it needs to happen. The hurricanes are getting stronger. Everything. Yet everything it is happening within you. What is it in order to bring peace finally in these four elements inside of you? What it represents this. Can you control your thoughts? That's the fire. Can you control those thoughts that you want to think about it and the things that you don't want to think about it? How do you bring peace within yourself when you feel in so many ways a war happening inside of you because there is many things that are popping up, situations that you have been through. There is guiltiness and shame. There is regrets. There is so much that it is popping up, and you try to cover up instead of dealing with this, instead of observing it, resolving it, forgiving, and understand a very different way of living. What it is happening with all these earthquakes and situations. Well, that's the earth. And the earth represents the wisdom. It represents all this ancient, very ancient understanding of what it means to be human. And it is popping up. It is moving. It needs to go back into balance. It needs to go back into this place within yourself that you are able to reach. You are the daughter and the sons of the Great Mother. You are the children of God. And you do need to remember that. And what does this mean to you? What does this mean to everyone around you? How to bring peace and understand this voice inside of you that it is leading the way. It is leading the way to go back into that original human being, that original planet. The whole planet is going back into balance. And this is the sixth world. This is the sixth sun that it is taking place right now. And it is about matching this energy. What is going on with these floods and these hurricanes that it is taking place right there? Well, that is the water. And that is the air too. What is it within yourself with your emotions? For such a long, long time, human being was not able to understand emotions. Emotions, the system says, it is a sign of weakness, being sentimental, and you didn't understand that every single part of you, every choice that you do, it is coming from that heart. The heart, it needs to be healed. And it needs to be healed by listening of what the heart needs to say. There is so much that you didn't say, and it is popping up in one way or the other, and it is coming like a flood, and it is coming in such a different ways. There is so much going on in human being right now. You can feel that something is happening everywhere in the world and not realizing it, that all this that it is happening, it is inside of you. There will be wars and destruction when there is so many people that they are in war within themselves. There is this tendency of that personality, that Melway that wants to blame somebody else constantly and not take responsibility. And that creates wars and destruction, because blaming somebody else is not going to take you to no place. It feels that you give your power away every time that you blame somebody else, instead of taking it for yourself and resolve it. So how do this work truly inside of you? When you give your power away, you're giving an energy away. That power and that energy, it is going to perpetuate a system that it is absolutely decadent. And the systems in the world are falling, but the system is inside of the people. We are in this wave of love. Understanding love, it's a very, very important thing. Because everything that you do, it's about love. Bring in balance the four elements within yourself. It is love. And you need this energy and this power to bring it forward. You need this part within yourself to understand a higher truth within yourself. There was a time way, way back before the infection base when human beings were living in peace, because human being is a peaceful being by nature. You are the children of God, and the children of God is about peace and understanding the connection one to another. And that connection, it was translated into this beautiful love. That understanding that whatever it is happening to you, it is also happening to me. That bonding, deep, deep bonding with nature. Understanding that you're part of the whole creation. It was very, very beautiful. Human being lived for a very, very long time because there wasn't no autodestructive thing. When it was the infection base, when it was this attack on planet Earth, they could only do the genetic modification in what you call the male side, the way of living, an outside world. In there, that's where everything was completely manipulated. They create also a calendar that is flat. They created a whole new realm where people became slaves of the system. And that slavery was passed on generations to generation. It was very much an autosufficient thing. They create all kinds of things to distort the true human being within yourself. That is when you became in war. That's when the first time when human being began to feel shame and guilt and jealousy and envy. that energy about, I want to have whatever you have. I'm going to invade it. I'm going to colonize it. I'm going to conquer. I'm going to, all these ideas, it came into being because of that infection base, but it is not in your nature. It is not in your original human being. When you understand thoughts, even languages, the way that you speak, the way that you do, how it is that it produces wars and destruction. What is it that it manipulated you, thinking it is not your fault, you cannot do anything about it? It makes you powerless. Things happens to you. That's what they told you. Things happens to you and you cannot do anything except just suck it up or something. You created all this distortion. You were powerless. You were hopeless. But when you change the story and align with the one that created you, it makes you so powerful because you're taking responsibility. You know, it reminds me of this ancient writing, and I love that writing because it is exactly what it means. It is the story of Norea. Here goes Norea to Father, Mother, God, and she goes there and said, "Oh my gosh, these people do this and this and this and this to me and this and this and this." And Father, Mother goes like, "And who are you?" "I am your daughter," she will say. And then she will go on and on complaining and saying it to Father, Mother over and over and over and over again. And they will say the same thing. "And who are you again?" "I am your daughter." Finally, she realized that declaration about "I am your daughter" means you can do something. Finally, she says, "Oh my gosh, yes, I am your daughter. Why I am putting and giving my power away when I can do so many things? I can change the whole hologram. I can change the whole perception of reality. I can bring my power back. I can bring this place within myself that recognize me as the child of God, and that make me so powerful and in balance. I don't need to deal anymore with wars and destruction and be participant in it." I love that story because it teaches what does this mean to be the child of God. And you have that in your genes, in your physical body, but you also have that in your soul. You recognize that light that you are, and you can bounce back all this belief system that it is constantly designed to make you lesser than. You have so many of those sayings that it just bring you back into this history of decadence, and you're not that. You have never been that. You have always been alive. Yes, you are in this hologram because you need some lessons of love. And you're the one who's creating it because the free will is a very, very important thing. You can change your perception of reality when you put your emotions in balance, when you control your thoughts, and every thought that you find a justification, every thought that you blame somebody else. Stop it. What it means to do the right thing. What is it that the story goes on and on and on about it? Can you create a different story? Forgiveness is very, very important because it teaches you how to love without attachment. When you're not forgiving, it will attach you into the same story forever, as long as you want to, until you understand that that forgiveness, it needs to be there. The forgiveness to the self, it's a very important thing because you are able to finally create a different story. Here is the thing, for a long time, you thought that you needed to be judged because you judge yourself so harshly, because you thought that judgment, accordingly to whatever it is, your religion, your tradition, it was there. So you became so judgmental to yourself without realizing it. What is going on? Understanding this is a very important thing. Finding a different way, it's very, very powerful at this time. What is it that you need to do to bring peace within yourself? Those four elements are very, very important. Yes, it might be that you can count on the people around you, but the most important is, can you count on you? Can you help you? Can you make that work to bring those emotions and recognize those emotions that you're feeling? To understand how the thoughts in some way are related with those emotions, and the thoughts flies everywhere. I mean, you can go to the store and come back and you can feel that suddenly you're thinking all this weird stuff. Don't entertain those thoughts. Change it, move it, eat, and listen to the one that created you, because she's the one that it is leading the way. Merge into one with her, that whatever you do is her doing. You need to comprehend that love, it comes from her. If you love your children, if you love your people, it is her loving, otherwise you couldn't. All your relations are happening within your own self. It's a story behind. And you are relating with that story. And sometimes the story changes and you still want to relate with the same story because that's what the system told you to do. You can change the story within you. You can bring that forgiveness to everyone and for you to ask for forgiveness too and forgive yourself. Bring peace. Allow peace to be, because peace comes within yourself as nature. Look into the mountain. It is so much peace. Look into that tree. Look into that flower. Everything. It is so absolutely in peace and in beauty. Everything helping the whole creation. That's what you call ecosystem. It is all interrelated. Everyone is very, very important. Every creature. So are you. When you change, everything change around you. You are love. And when you understand that part, you will stop giving your power away, looking for a little piece of love that most likely it is distorted. It is just based on something that it is not even true. Yet love is eternal. Love, it is that connection that you are. Love is peace when it is not through that attachment. That goes for all your relations. Visit our website, magdalas.com. We have a school online. We have messages from the Great Mother app. It is right there in your phone. We have books. We are here to help and accelerate the process. Look into that mysticism within your own self so you can see the bigger picture in all the situations that it is going on in the outside world as well as the inside world. Learn again how to trust yourself. Our website is magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. I am you. Katsukomate. I am Magdala.